Hey guys, I'm Greg. This is Felicia with the Syrup City Travel Channel, and on today's episode of our latest cruise, we have Billy and Robin with us. They recently took a cruise on the Carnival Victory to Key West and Cozumel, Mexico, and we're going to tell you all about it right after this. So like I said, we got Billy and Robin with us, and they recently took a cruise to Cozumel and Key West, Florida. And they're going to... What?
With us.
With us.
Woo.
Yeah, that's right. They took a cruise with us. And Riley. Say hey, Riley.
Hi.
Yeah, Riley's right down here. She's watching all the action. She's playing the role of producer, director, and Snapchat guru or something on the floor tonight. So she's hanging out with us. But anyway, we got Billy and Robin with us, and they took a cruise along with Wendy and Marty, who you will see in an upcoming episode, I'm sure. But they're going to tell you all about it, so I'm going to jump right into it right now. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, they said. Hey, so we're going to talk about... We're going to talk about the cruise that they took. It was just like us. It was their first cruise, and they're going to tell you a little bit about it. So we're going to start off with the trip down to Miami. So take it away, Billy. How was your trip down to Miami, Billy? Tell us all about it.
It was good. We left a couple of days early to go to St. Augustine to see the fort and do a little shopping on the way down. We took the back roads. Went to Daytona Saturday evening and stayed in Daytona Saturday night, and then head down to Miami Sunday morning. Stayed overnight in Miami, and then got on the boat Monday morning. It was good. Ship.
The ship.
It was a fun trip. We had a good time going down, done a little shopping, a lot of eating.
You got to play with a python, didn't you? A snake.
Play with a snake. Yeah, a guy had a couple of snakes. They were pretty animal, but nobody would hold them but me. So they got to be a crazy one in the bunch, I guess. But
so you say it took you 2 days to get from our little area, which we don't divulge exactly. We're in a secret, undisclosed location somewhere in the southeast United States. But it took you 2 days to get from here down to Miami.
Well, we done a lot of stops, going to see a few little streets in St. Augustine, a few little shops. Went through the fort, and it was good.
So we followed, when we were getting prepared and getting ready for our first cruise, we started following a lot of blogs and started reading a lot of social media posts on Facebook and what have you. And I see a lot of people that fly in, a lot of people that drive in. Would you guys recommend doing like we did and make a mini vacation out of getting to the port? Or would you suggest on your next one, would you go straight to the port and get on the ship? What do you think you'd like better? Because now you've got this experience. Next time, would you rather just go straight to the port and get on the ship?
I think next time I'd like to try that. Let's just go straight down, like drive middle of the night, whatever, and go down, and just to see the difference. Because as much as you enjoy all the time, it's tiresome.
I agree, and I think you're probably in that route. You're a whole lot less likely to get a red light ticket in Doral. I'm just saying, you're a lot less likely to get that ticket down there, especially when you're being agged on after 2 days of driving by a crazy guy in a passenger seat.
Mm-hmm.
But
who smiles at me?
But leave early enough to give yourself plenty of time, because the leaving a couple days early, you got plenty of time. So if anything happens with the vehicle, flat tire, anything like that. But yeah, I think our next trip we would ride straight down and get on the boat.
So recapping y'all's trip down, you left on a Saturday
morning.
You went to St. Augustine, visited the fort, spent the night in Daytona, got up on Sunday, went to Port Canaveral and saw Harmony of the Seas, was it? And had lunch there at a restaurant.
Yeah.
To Ron John's.
Went to Ron John's in Cocoa Beach, and then went to Miami. Experienced all that Miami had, the culture of Miami.
Which is like being in a different world.
And so we're debuting something on the channel here tonight, a rating system, something very unique. It's a rating system based on 1 to 5 woohoos. So based on your experience of getting to the port, or getting to Miami to get on the ship, what would y'all rate your experience of getting to Miami?
In woohoo.
In woohoos.
4 3/4.
We don't have a 4 3/4 woohoos.
It was good. We had some awesome. We traveled with an awesome couple, Greg and Felicia. You know, I consider my best friends, and so when you got somebody that you can enjoy hanging with, the trip was no bother at all. But it
So
was
Robin
awesome.
gave it 4.5 woohoos. Is that what you're sticking with?
Yeah, 4.5.
They gave it 4.5 woohoos. 4.5 woohoos. Okay. So we made it to Miami. You guys spent the night in Miami. We're getting up the next morning and we're headed to the port for embarkation. Describe the embarkation process and getting on the ship. What was it like?
It was smooth. We got there a little early, and we got there when folks were getting off the ship for their cruise, and they was getting the Victory ready for the next group of passengers. But we had fasted the fun, so we got up to the luggage check-in area and I had a cart. I had rented me a scooter for the trip. Folks were super nice. I asked one of the ladies that worked there, and she made it a point to bring it to me. It was on the second floor, but she went out of her way and brought it down to me, so I wouldn't have to try to get around getting up to the second floor. And as soon as we got in there, we got too fast to the fun, and it was pretty quick.
Billy rented his scooter from Scooter-Round, and it was a huge help getting on the ship and at other times throughout the cruise. I'm going to link to Scooter-Round in the comments section. So if you're looking for a scooter rental, I think it was the way to go, don't you?
I think it's the only company that is approved by Carnival. And they have all the equipment you need, any size or anything you need for your specific needs of handicap or accessible.
So we got there early. We were the first ones in line, so we were waiting on them to open the door. As soon as they did, it was pretty smooth check-in process, getting through security. Once you got through security, then checking in at the desk, that was pretty smooth. Because any of you that are on the fence about Faster to the Fun, I did a video a few weeks ago about Faster to the Fun. Check it out. I kind of explained it a little bit. But
Highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Made it much easier.
It's worth the money.
yeah, the Faster to the Fun, there's a separate line all the way from start to finish. So you're in a line of your own from the time you get to the port all the way through check-in, all the way through seating, and all the way onto the ship.
Even in service desk at customer service, separate line.
So embarkation on a scale of 1 to 5 woohoos.
I
5.
gave that 5 woohoos.
5 woohoos. 5 woohoos. Okay. So embarkation, you're on the ship. Next comes the dreaded muster drill.
It wasn't bad. It was well organized. They had the crew. It seemed like every 10 feet you seen a crew member was pointing you in the right direction. If you have a handicap or a special need, even though your ticket may say we were supposed to be at the B section, but they moved us to a dining room. Can't remember which one, but they put all the extra needy folks who need extra attention in that area. And just don't dread it. They really went through it pretty quick. It wasn't. It's for your own safety, So they instruct you on everything you need to do. They never separated families. They ensured you that they would not let families get separated in case of emergency. But you go in, they scan your badge, and then you go start having fun on your cruise.
Yeah, it's thorough, so it gives you the confidence and the comfort that, if something actually does go wrong, they've got their act together and they're going to handle it.
Yeah.
So muster drill and then sail away parties right after that. But I don't know about you guys because I didn't see you guys during the sail away party. We stayed because it was raining. It was flooding when we left Miami for the sail away party. So we hung out on the balcony all the way out. What did you guys do?
We went and ate.
Yeah, we went and got something to eat. And,
Yeah, you were in search of like some of these mystical fish sticks.
yeah.
That was the rest of the week because he had found them on that.
Yeah,
Oh, you found the fish sticks on the sail away.
So the rest of the week he was trying to find them.
I think when we first got on the ship, the first buffet I think was extra. I mean, the food wasn't old by no means, but they had this fish. Man, I searched for it the rest of the week. I should have took me a brim buster and tried to catch me some, but that was the last serving of it. But it was real good. All the food was just good. It was real good.
Okay, so to summarize the muster drill and the sail away party on a scale of 1 to 5 woohoos, what we got?
I give it 5.
5 on the muster drill and sail away?
It
Yeah,
really
but
wasn't
it-
that bad.
it wasn't bad, and you felt safe. I mean, you felt like they really cared. They was, they didn't want nobody to not enjoy their trip, and you can tell they went above and beyond to make sure everybody was accounted for and make sure everything was taken care of.
All right, y'all heard it. 5 more woohoos for the muster drill and sail away. All right, so the next thing we want to talk about is ports of call. So on your cruise, you had 2 ports of calls. You had Key West and you had Cozumel. Describe those ports of call.
Well, we didn't do Key West. We decided to stay on boat for that.
Yeah, we stayed
So
on.
we just chilled and relaxed. But Cozumel we got off at. You can tell about that.
Yeah, we
Now, hold on. We got to have a conference. Be very careful with Cozumel.
Yeah, it was good.
I mean, you can tell a little bit about it.
Well,
Well,
honestly, when I planned this trip, and I made it a point, I wasn't going to get off because with my handicap, I wanted it being my first trip. I wanted to stay on the boat and enjoy it because there's a lot to do. Even though I didn't do a lot of stuff, me and Rob, we was happy with the phones. We cut the phones off. Nobody could reach us, and we was
Just time to get away.
just to get away. But we went, like I said, we went and got something to eat. We went back to the room. We sat on the balconies. We had a nice little balcony. We sat on and just relaxed. And we didn't get off in the Keys. We got to Mexico. We got off. It was we wanted to go get something to eat. This little
Out Chile.
out Chile's, and we found it pretty reasonable, pretty quick. And
it was kind of hard to negotiate. with
yeah,
your
you had to get through the
Old Wheels made it through downtown Mexico with no problem.
little some of the vehicles were small as my scooter, but we got there and they was you do have to everybody wants to sell you something. So this one particular place, I thought it was helping me because the curve was there, and they took me into the store thinking I was going out the other side, and it was a dead end. He was trying to sell me some Cuban cigars, but I backed out and got away from him. But it was nice. Everybody was friendly because, like I said, they want to sell you something. Everybody wants you to come in their shop. But you can get past that and go have a good time and enjoy a couple drinks at the restaurant and done a little shopping afterwards.
Or maybe one.
One, yeah. one little
The
drink.
drinks are yay size.
And they wasn't that bad price wise. You would think the size of them, you would lose a lot out of your wallet, but it wasn't that bad. It was good prices too. But I enjoyed it. It was real nice. It was hot, beautiful water. I mean, the water was beautiful, and
It was a nice day in
it was
Mexico. too.
nice. But
All
had
right.
a good time.
So, on a scale of 1 to 5 woohoos for the ports, what y'all did experience, what you got?
I give it a 5.
5. What about you, Robin?
I give it a 5.
I'm 4.
4.
So we're gonna have to average that. If she's a 4 and you're a 5, that's gonna be 4.5 woohoos.
Well, she was walking. I was riding my scooter. So.
All right. So we're gonna settle on 4.5 woohoos for the ports of call. Okay. So that was ports of call. All right. So the next thing we're gonna talk about is overall experience, because we went to the main dining room most nights, and then y'all went to the buffet some, and of course we did breakfast and all. So this is gonna be from your room steward to the food, overall experience with the ship's condition, the food, and your room steward, all that. Just talk about that for a minute. How do y'all feel that way?
You want to start?
Room steward, they were awesome.
Yeah, they were.
They were very detailed and kept things up very well. And every morning or evening, in our case, when they cleaned, you get a nice little towel animal set up on your bed. But they were very detailed and thoughtful. Anything we needed, I think I had to call one night. What did we have to call for? Oh, ice.
I see.
And, so just anything they can do for you. So you couldn't ask for better service than that. The food was awesome.
Food was good.
Wow, like buffet availability all the time. Going into the dining room was very nice atmosphere. You know, just being able to sit down and have someone wait on you, of course, and have your choice of foods. And they did very well, and the portions were good size. I expected a lot smaller, but they had good portions.
A half a sandwich is a good portion too. So,
How was that ox tongue?
it was good.
That
Ox
was,
tongue was good.
that was actually very good.
If you've never tried, what they call it, exotic foods, or I don't know how they explain up in South Georgia. So.
Highfalutin, that's
Yeah.
what we'd call it, wouldn't it?
But if you hear ox tongue, don't get disgusted. Try it. It's good. It's the leanest meat of a cow, and it's real. It's like a rich beef stew. Nobody would be disappointed. Well, like Ron was saying that the room service was awesome. And one thing I really liked, you could pick what time you wanted your room service. We picked the evening, so Robin is not a morning person. So we didn't want
Robin, you're not a morning person?
Oh no.
we didn't want room service to go overboard by coming in the room too early. So we picked evening. We had a 6 o'clock dining time, so our room service went in there at 6 and cleaned. So we knew we was gonna be out, and it worked out good. They were super nice, always smiling. And what really impressed me, that you got a swimming pool on this boat. It's outdoors, but every time you walked or went through the area, they was mopping. They would never let water build up. They kept it real neat, 24/7. They did an awesome job.
Okay, so on the ship food staff, on a scale of 1 to 5 woohoos, what we got?
5.
5. Man, these guys are generous. That's 5 again. 5 woohoos.
They deserve it. They did a good job, and you probably heard, if you ever took a cruise, they know your name, and they take an extra point to recognize you and know what you drink and stuff like that. They was real good.
5 woohoos, guys. 5 woohoos. Okay, so next we're going to talk about debarkation. So this is at the end of the cruise. We've had a great time. This is the we're all sad. We're fixing to get off the ship. And so we had Faster to the Fun, which made it a little bit easier, but I'm going to let y'all talk about the last day we're getting off, this debarkation.
Debarkation was easier than getting on. We went to leave, to find out where we need to be going with Billy and his handicap status. They're sending us a different direction than Greg and them, and so we're like, well, we're with them, you'll be fine, you'll get off, and they send us down the hall, and a few feet later, they're like, okay, you can go now.
That's right, if I'm not mistaken.
We're on the sidewalk outside waiting on.
5 minutes top.
If I'm not mistaken, we got a text. We were still sitting in the theater, and I get a text from you guys, hey, we're off the ship. And I'm like, whoa.
We had to have been the first, if not the second, couple off that ship. It was quick. And one thing you're allowed to do, you can leave your luggage. You put your luggage out the night before, and they will take it to the luggage claim, and then you can pick it. We decided to take our luggage with us. We loaded everything up. We went down, like she said, they was directing us to a different area because I was on a scooter. We went around the corner. The door was right there. They said, you ready? We got off the boat. And it was pretty fast. It was nice.
And I'll say one handy tip, we didn't plan it that way, but it worked out when he took the wheelchair as a backup for the scooter. That enabled us to use it as a cart to carry all our luggage.
That was very nice.
So for anybody who's got a handicap and, that's something to think about that might really help you out.
So embarkation, scale of 1 to 5 woohoos, what you got?
5
It was
woohoos.
5. It was nice.
They just keep giving 5s. I'd hate to see what a 1 woohoo would be like for you guys. But that's 5 woohoos on debarkation. All right, so off the ship. And so now's the time where we're just going to talk about, this was your first cruise. How likely are you guys to cruise again, or have you already booked another cruise? I've been with you some. I've seen you searching.
I have looked. There's a couple I would love to do. They're longer trips. One's a 14-day, one's a 10-day, in which that's out of my budget. But it will be something on my bucket list. But yeah, I would say I do one every year. But I'm ready to do another one because I really enjoyed it. when I got home, you know, you don't have nobody waiting on you no more, and
Robin, you
Yeah.
don't wait on them hand and foot?
well, like they did. I mean, she waits, but there's a little growl in it sometimes. So,
Sometimes a big crowd.
but I really enjoyed my first cruise. I really did. It was fun.
And see, I'm like Billy. I don't think getting one every year is probably our thing, but definitely would do another one. Might want to do something different. But for anybody, the time away and what I looked forward to and enjoyed was as untouchable, unreachable. And, you know, nobody, the rest of the world was, you know, they were
Gone.
back home, and it was just some downtime. And, you know, having a great service, great surroundings, so many things to do on the boat, it just makes it worthwhile.
So overall on the 1 to 5 woohoo scale, what you got?
5.
5.
So they gave the overall Carnival Victory Key West Cozumel cruise a 5 woohoo on the scale of 1 to 5. So hey guys, this was Robin and Billy's experience. That was kind of our experience too. So hopefully you found some information, the information in this vlog helpful. If you got any questions, leave them in the comments section and I'll make sure that they answer it. If you got questions for them, we'll answer it. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and we'll see you next time on our latest cruise review. This is Greg. This is,
Felicia.
and that's
Riley.
Riley. Stick your head around.
No.
Stick your head around, Riley. Stick your head around. There's Riley. So we'll see you next time, guys.